And we're live.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. That would be me. I'm Pete Braley, along with my co-host, the executive producer, show creator, and guy's rocking a nice look today, I think. My son, Matt's.
Okay, we do need to address something real quick. We are reaching the colder months. Therefore, wardrobes are changing. I'm going to be wearing different clothes.
Okay.
So every day you don't need to say, is that a new shirt? Are those new shoes? Yes, because it's long sleeve. I haven't been wearing it in the summer.
They can't see your shoes either. It's a nice, what do you got, white?
I got white Vans on.
Vans?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had them in my closet. I was like, I haven't worn these in a while.
There you go.
And I put on this outfit. I said, you know what? Pete's going to say something.
You knew it, huh?
It's getting colder. It's going to happen multiple times.
We have a great show planned for you today. Our goal is simply to start your day on a positive note. So if you enjoy what we do here, we ask you to please hit the like button and be sure to subscribe too, so that you don't miss any future shows. We are obviously live on YouTube, or else we would edit out some of this stuff. And you can also catch us on all of your podcast apps. Coming up today, do you wash new underwear before you wear it? Should you? We'll get into that. William Shatner goes to space and was very emotional after. Experts tell us how to win over people in 60 seconds. And that new diet fad, intermittent fasting, is what it's called. Does it really work? We'll get into those stories, and we got many more coming up this morning. Do want to mention we now have a phone number just for the show. If you want to leave us a voicemail or comment, you can call 774-473-9910. Call us if you have a show suggestion. Hey, I think you guys should do this. Or if you want to wish someone a happy birthday or a happy anniversary, you are able to do that at 774-473-9910. So, got a little lag here before the Red Sox series begins. I guess they leave yesterday, I think, for Houston.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know how I feel about the days off,
Oh,
we were hot.
Yeah, there's two different things about it. There's one line of thinking that they get a chance to rest, and
all of our pitchers get a chance to rest. Yeah,
JD Martinez gets a chance to rest that ankle.
I've just come to terms with JD Martinez is not able to run for the whole playoffs. Like he's in there to hit home runs.
That's it,
and that's it.
That's it.
Or if there's runners on base to drive them in, that's it. If he hits a ball anywhere other than out of the ballpark, it's a single.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you're pretty,
It's been working okay.
Instead of going for a double, it's a single. Just get him on base.
It hasn't bitten us in the butt too much.
Right.
And I mean, in serious situations, pinch run.
Now, in shows like this, the guys usually make a prediction. Do we want to do that tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow.
Okay. Who's going to win the series and in how many games?
Yes.
It is the Red Sox against Houston coming up Friday night and Saturday night. Then they're off Sunday, which is good because last week we had to share it with football, and I was so confused.
It was a struggle. Yeah, it was a struggle.
We had plenty of chances to switch to the football game because baseball's so darn slow.
Yeah, pitching changes, everything.
Yeah. Studio dog Charlie is on his perch today, which is trying to look out the front window.
Yeah, it's his favorite spot in the house.
But Trish is on her way home from her shift.
Yeah.
So
she'll rescue us.
Yep.
And then she has a hair appointment, so she'll leave us also. So.
I said, can't you make these hair appointments later in the day? And she told me that these appointments were made far in advance.
Yeah, she told me that she was going to try and start scheduling appointments later.
I thought she said that.
But apparently she schedules them 6 years in advance. So.
She told me these appointments were booked in December.
Which, I'll give it to her. We win. The show wasn't even a speck of an idea at that point.
Right.
I'll give it to her.
Right.
But, jeez.
On the calendar for today, it's Thursday, October 14th. This is show number 82. We have 45 days until Thanksgiving, 75 days until Christmas. It is National Dessert Day today, which I think is cool because it just honors all of them.
Just all of them. Doesn't discriminate.
Dessert, great. And it's also Be Bald and Be Free Day.
Either you make them up or you search bald holidays.
Oh, that's what today is.
Yeah, whatever.
Today
whatever.
is okay. So, I was deciding whether or not to go with a hat this morning, and I thought, well, Red Sox still going. Well, got to cheer on the team. Can I have my jersey dilemma again tomorrow? Which
we solved, but
I mean, the Sox are playing, so I'll just wear one jersey for one team and hat for the other.
But last week we were like, okay, if the Red Sox win, wear the jersey and then wear a Dolphins hat. And then if the Red Sox lose, just wear the Dolphins jersey, but still wear the Red Sox hat.
Okay.
That's what we decided.
Okay.
The Red Sox lost the day before that game, day. And you walk downstairs in the Red Sox jersey and the Dolphins hat like we didn't talk. Like that's not what we decided.
I don't remember.
And you did it anyway.
I don't remember deciding that.
That's why I don't waste time, people. I don't waste time deciding things for this guy.
Just roll with the flow.
He's gonna choose the opposite. Yeah.
On the date book for today, on this day in 1892, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle published The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, a collection of 12 stories. On this day in 1926, A. Milne's book, Winnie the Pooh, was released. On this day in 1957, the Everly Brothers single, Wake Up Little Susie, reached number 1. On this day in 1964, Martin Luther King Jr. announced as winner of the Nobel Peace Prize. On this day in 1985, the New York Jets retired Joe Namath's number 12. On this day in 1986, the International Olympic Committee decided to stagger the Winter and Summer Olympic schedule, which I think has worked out pretty good. They used to be the same year. Remember that? The Winter Games and the Summer Games would be the same year, then you waited 4 years. Now they stagger them, you just wait 2 years. And on this day in 2007, Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered on the E! Network in the United States. And as I mentioned once before, proud to say I've never seen an episode.
By the way, I did watch the Kim Kardashian SNL
How'd they go?
episode. Honestly, pretty good. It was pretty funny. It's going to be awkward for her, though. She was roasting her entire family.
Wow.
Including Kanye. Which it came out that Kanye was helping her prepare for SNL. So it's like, did he know about the jokes? Did he help with the jokes?
He might have.
Maybe.
Hey, poke fun at me. Go right ahead.
Good. Not going to lie.
Celebrity birthdays today. President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th U.S. president, born on this day in 1890. He died in 1969. Actor Roger Moore, born in London on this day in 1927. He passed away in 2017. Ralph Lauren, the fashion designer, is 82. Joe Girardi, now the skipper of the Phillies, is 57. And Usher is 43. Little housekeeping before we get going this morning. To the question, what costs more than it's worth? Our friend Tom responded, cell phones and razors. He's right.
Yeah.
You ever bought razor blades recently? It's like $20 for 4 or 5 of them.
That's a good one. I'm trying to think of cell phones, though. I mean, I agree, but the technology is pretty insane. We have a full computer in our pocket.
Right.
So.
Right. We have more than the astronauts had to go to the moon.
Yeah, I mean, batteries now last longer than a day, which is crazy.
All right, maybe they are worth it.
Maybe. Probably not, but maybe.
Today's random question, if you could be best friends with a celebrity, who would it be? If you could be best friends with a celebrity, who would it be?
Let us know in the chat, in the comments.
We'd like to know this morning. Let us know. Anything happening in the chat so far?
Yeah, let's see. Diane says, good, beautiful morning all. She's at Stop and Shop.
It is beautiful. We've had some incredible weather the past couple of days.
Let's see. Gail said, morning. And she also said, happy birthday to the oldest of her 3 sons. My dude, Skip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Skip.
Skip's birthday today.
Yeah. Abby's here. Good morning, Abby. Let's see. Oh, Diane said socks all the way. She said, I'm really not entitled to have an opinion on this because I do live in Red Sox Nation, back in the socks all the way. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, she was a Tampa Bay fan.
She did say, do what you got to do, Patricia. Schedule things around your schedule. The boys will figure out the rest. I mean, for the most part, that's true. But Charlie's a handful. Plus, this was her idea. She told us that she was going to change around the schedule, and then she never did. So, I mean, I don't know. Abby said, I feel like there's a bunch of bald holidays. Is anyone fact-checking this guy? We probably should, right? I mean, this is, I don't know, the third one, I think, already?
Who has quicker access to Google, you or me? Google, how many bald holidays?
Probably me, but I mean, do we need this right now?
How many bald holidays are? Here I am.
How many bald holidays?
Doing a wardrobe adjustment.
Yeah, why are you doing this on the show?
I don't know. Just didn't. Didn't strike me before the show.
You want to know what it was, people?
What?
He saw me with my sleeves rolled up.
This
is what I deal with. He's like a little brother.
The studio's warm.
I know that because I'm a little brother.
Oh, okay.
I can't find an exact answer.
All right.
It's just a bunch of nonsense holidays.
All right. I'll look at it.
Let's see. Gail said, Pete, aren't you grateful to have Matt there to keep you straight?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I am grateful.
Great relationship here. He just copies me all the time, and I talk crap about him. Pretty much sums it up.
It works.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Trying to see if there's any more here. Gary's here. Good morning, Gary.
Hello, Gary.
All right. That's it. Back to you.
We do have to do a football pick because there is Thursday night football tonight.
We do. You almost forgot.
We have Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Bucks in Philadelphia against the Eagles. Now, something I saw last night, I don't know if it was the network trying to drive up hype for the show, but they talked about the Eagles secondary.
Yeah, I have been reading that.
Could be difficult for Tom Brady, but Tom Brady finds a way, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's Tom Brady.
Yeah. So. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay.
You guys know my rule. Don't go against Tom Brady. Except I did go against Tom Brady when he faced the Patriots. So my new rule is don't go against Tom Brady unless he's facing the Patriots.
Okay.
So
it was a close game.
I'm picking the Buccaneers.
Okay.
I really wanted to win, obviously, because I'm a Pats fan.
Right.
But I really wanted to win because I picked them. Like, I thought, I felt like such a savage when we were coming back. I was like, wow, I might have picked this right. Like, suck it, Pete. And then that happened. So.
Yeah. Oh.
Buccaneers, both Buccaneers.
In the news this morning, more than 50 years after he debuted as Captain Kirk in Star Trek, William Shatner boldly flew to the edge of space yesterday. The 90-year-old launched and he doesn't believe that he's 90. He doesn't think William Shatner looks 90.
He doesn't. He looks like 70, maybe.
The 90-year-old launched aboard a rocket and capsule developed by Blue Origin, the private spaceflight company founded by Jeff Bezos. The historic joyride made Shatner the oldest person to reach space. And if you didn't watch it, it was delayed again, so we were able to watch it live after the show. He said it was unbelievable after he came out of the capsule. I'm so filled with emotion. Shatner and 3 other crew members rode Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket to the edge of space. The entire flight lasted roughly 10 minutes, which amazes us. So much money's involved.
I get it that we're so early in the process, but you definitely got to make it longer, right? Like at least give him like 20 minutes in space.
Bezos escorted the 4 passengers to the launch pad, and he greeted them after their spacecraft touched down. After Shatner climbed out of the capsule, he hugged Bezos and shared how moved he was by the brief trip. He said, "What you have given me is the most profound experience I can imagine." He was really emotional.
It's really interesting because, he's an artist. So it's cool to get like an artist perspective of what being up there.
Right.
Like we need to get like writers up there, songwriters
who know how to put it into words.
Stuff. Like that would, that's where it's going to get really, really cool. But Jeff Bezos, man, William Shatner was trying to like have this deep conversation with Jeff Bezos, and Jeff Bezos was just looking around for a bottle of champagne. He's like, bring me over that champagne, and then he's like spraying champagne all over the place, and you can just see William Shatner like standing there waiting to have this conversation.
Yeah,
and finally he does, and it was a great conversation. If it's on YouTube, look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Are you ready to have your mind blown this morning?
Let's do it.
He doesn't even know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
I just found this.
A little concerned.
People were shocked after learning the correct way to pronounce IKEA. Twitter users were informed that the pronunciation IKEA is incorrect. It's actually pronounced IKEA.
We didn't need this.
A YouTuber sparked the conversation by tweeting, "So IKEA is pronounced like IKEA, not IKEA." The news quickly caught the attention of close to 10,000 people who liked that tweet, and hundreds shared their disbelief. According to YouTube tutorials, pronouncing the word with an I pronouncing the word with an E instead of an I is the correct way to say IKEA in Swedish. Mind blown.
But that's something we didn't need to struggle with, right? Like now everyone's questioning everything,
Yeah, can you believe anything?
But why now?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, how long has IKEA been around? And everyone calls it IKEA.
I know.
Why now?
And
I feel they do this just to mess with us.
I really can't see it changing. Can you? People aren't going to say, "Oh, it's IKEA now."
Probably not. I mean, you can't get people to change anything nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Should we? Would it be more respectful to the Swedish?
And if
we said IKEA.
Well, if they were bothered by it, why didn't they say something
That's
sooner?
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the part I don't get.
Right.
Plus, IKEA just sounds better, I feel like. IKEA, I'm going to buy furniture. IKEA.
Right. IKEA. No, it doesn't work.
IKEA, I don't know what I'm going to buy. Some black market. I don't know.
It's
meatballs.
It's like you're
That's
saying
it. When you're going there for the meatballs, you go to
Yeah.
IKEA.
They do have good meatballs.
If you're going there to get I don't know, an armoire. Do they still have those?
Armoires.
We used to have one of those.
I believe so, yes.
I like that. I like the random names we give a cabinet. It's a bigger cabinet. Let's call it an armoire.
It's an armoire.
Yeah, it's an armoire.
Hello, Charles.
Charlie's here. He says, so I know I'm getting treats now. So all I got to do is, get in the way.
Yeah.
Get some treats.
All I have to do is act up. You rascal. Mommy's coming home.
Do we tell the story?
I was going to ask you. I didn't know. I almost asked you at the top of the show, but then I'm like, maybe he doesn't want to.
We might as well. He's on camera.
Yeah, you might as well.
He's on camera.
We'll get to this stuff later.
Yeah, it's garbage anyways. Yeah. I take Charlie out last night. It's dark out.
So that's what I asked him to do the last call when it's dark.
Here we go. He needs to justify it. He asked me to take him out sometimes during the day too.
I know, but especially at night. Yeah.
So it's dark out. So I take him outside, whatever, and he really looks like he has to go. So I'm like, I'm gonna be patient with him. I'll give him his time out here. You know, maybe he's just looking for the right magazine or something.
I know.
So,
what determines
the right spot?
The right spot.
I don't know, but that's what I thought he was looking for. I thought he was looking for the spot. He's around the cables. I'm getting worried. But we're walking around, and he keeps wanting to go towards this bush that we have in our yard. Can you move? You're making me nervous.
Charlie, come here.
So he keeps wanting to go to this bush, and it's been happening for a couple days now. And it's dark out, and I never want there to be for some reason a skunk in there or something. So I'm like, just stay out of it. But he really had to go, so I'm like, I'll let him go over there if he's gonna go. So he goes over there, and it looks like he's trying to eat something.
He hears Mom.
Oh well, she can be here for the story. So it looks like he's trying to eat something. And, it looked like he picked it up, and I was like, hey, get out of it. I pulled him, and we started walking away, and it didn't look like he had anything in his mouth. But I could tell that he was trying to walk. You made it just in time for the story, Trish.
Just in time for the Charlie story.
It looked like he was trying to walk normally so that I wouldn't see that he had something in his mouth. So he was walking like, okay, all I have to do is just walk normal. And there goes the camera. All I have to do is walk normal, and then Matt's never going to know that I have this in my mouth. But obviously, I outsmarted the young child. I knew he had something in his mouth, so I go down to grab it. And thank God I had a second thought about maybe I shouldn't grab it because I don't know what it is.
Okay.
And I just took a look, and I saw two little arms. And I was like, this is a mouse or a what'd you call it, a mole rat of some kind. It was a little creature.
Mom, there we go.
It was a little creature of some kind he had in his mouth. And so I was not going to grab that, but I pried his mouth open and just kind of shook his head a little bit.
Right.
I was like, I'm not touching this. So either you spit it out or I'm sitting here all night with your mouth open.
You gave him shaken baby syndrome?
No. It wasn't that bad. But yeah, no. So he had a mouse of some kind in his mouth outside. Yeah. It was gross. It was gross. Luckily, I think only one little part of my finger touched it, so I came in
immediately.
I burnt my skin off, and we're here.
Yes, we are.
But yeah, so I did shake the mouse out of his mouth, but then I came inside. I was like, I'm not dealing with this. So I called Trish. I'm like, don't take Charlie over to this area. We got an issue that you need to take care of tomorrow. Yeah. So.
And I took him out this morning, so I went the other way. Mm-hmm. I thought for sure he was going to try to go that way.
Yeah.
But maybe he's got short-term memory like I do.
Maybe. They do say dogs have that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So yeah, it was gross. And then, of course, it's Charlie, and he was trying to kiss everybody. And I'm like, nope.
I know.
Not at least for 10 years.
No.
Yeah.
Mouthwash. You do.
Well, he came, and I'm like, can you at least drink some water? Yeah. And he wouldn't do it. And I was trying to put the water bowl in front of his face. I was like, dude, please just drink some water. Wouldn't do it. He was mocking me.
So yeah, he's a little puppy exploring his domain.
It was not fun.
No.
Right. Rather gross. I knew it. I knew there was something in that bush too.
Did you?
And I let him go over there because I thought he had to poop. I was like, I'm going to give him this.
All right.
If this is the spot,
That's the spot for whatever reason. Yeah.
The perfect lighting or the perfect grass cushion, I don't know. But I was wrong.
All right. Back to odds and ends this morning. The Patriots-Cowboys game is on CBS this weekend, not Fox. We do get the A-team. People were commenting how last week the Patriots got the D-team.
Ooh.
They got CBS's D-team.
We faced the Texans.
Yeah.
It's not a...
So, but this week
game.
we'll get Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson. I love Tony Romo. I know people complain.
I love Jim Nantz.
Yeah, I'm a big Jim Nantz fan.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I like Tony.
There are some people on Twitter and stuff who trash Tony, and because he's always talking. Well, that's what he's there for, you know.
He was born to be a broadcaster. Wasn't born to play quarterback.
No,
he was born to be a broadcaster.
He's a good golfer too. I understand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tracy Wolfson will be on the sideline. One thing I did not mention the other day is that we get Joe Buck now for the ALCS on the Red Sox games. He starts tomorrow night in Houston.
So we will be watching the game on mute. I'll give you this, though. It'll be better than A-Rod.
Yes.
I hadn't realized how bad A-Rod was until that wild card game. It's bad.
It's just, I mean, he comes up with these weirdest things. I almost think he thinks to himself, I need to talk here, so let me just say something. And what do you say with Garrett Cole?
Oh, yeah. He's like, you know what? I don't care what they say. He's going to have a great sophomore season next year. Next year's his third season.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's his team, too. He was on the Yankees. You'd think he would
should know this.
Anyways.
A couple is being slammed for going to a restaurant and giving the chef very specific typed instructions on how to prepare their burgers. Is Dana with us this morning?
He was at one point, yes.
In the Post, a couple known as Alan and Karen, that's her name, from the U.S., penned a 6-step guide for the professional on how to prepare their burgers, which they wanted for takeout. In the very precise instructions, they requested each part of the meal, from the buns, burger patties, vegetables, cheese, fries, and sauces, to be placed in individual containers. Want them all separate. People on social media slammed the couple, with one person writing, WTF, go to the grocery store and cook it yourself, Karen.
Literally.
Can you imagine going to a restaurant and having, and they were typed too, and having instructions and say, would you bring this to the chef?
The only reason that's ever acceptable is if you have a food allergy. Like if you have a lot of food allergies and you type it out, I totally get that. The chef would probably love that if you type out your food allergies to make sure nothing happens. See, but this is probably the same Karen that wonders why we call Karens Karens.
Could be.
She's probably like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
What are they doing to my name? I just don't get it.
Ridiculous.
All right, question this morning for you I mentioned at the top of the show. Not the random question, but do you wash your new underwear before you wear it? Experts are warning that you should always wash new underwear before you wear it. Researchers surveyed over 1,000 adults, and they found 31% admitted they never washed their new underwear before putting it on. And I'm one of them. I don't.
Same.
I don't. The experts say not washing your new underwear can lead to skin irritation caused by the dyes or fungal infections in the genital area.
Gross.
Proud to say that's never happened.
Same.
Yeah. And not washing a new bra can lead to mastitis, which is an inflammation of breast tissue that sometimes involves an infection.
Also known as mastitis. Oh.
Hey.
Thank you.
So what are they putting on these clothes?
I don't know. It makes me question. Stories like this make me go, okay, maybe I should. Like, maybe I will now.
Okay.
But I don't. Why should you? It's new.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
plus, isn't like the last part, I know nothing about making clothes, but I thought like the last part of making clothes is like, doesn't it get washed before it's like pressed and nicely packaged and stuff?
That I
thought
don't know.
It got washed.
That I don't know, but
maybe it should. Maybe we should take down the fashion industry.
Am I missing the boat here? I mean, do you wash your new underwear before wearing it?
The only thing, like new things I'll wash before using are like dishes, like
Oh, yeah.
If I buy a cup, I bought a frying pan a couple months ago.
Yes, you did.
Big purchase. Yeah. But yeah, stuff like that, I feel like you should. Water bottles, stuff like that.
Right. Because you're going to eat something from that.
This is, not so much underwear, but like when you buy new clothes, though, that's the best they're ever going to look. So I want to rock it at least once, brand new.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, let us know if we've missed the boat here, and this is something you've been doing for years. Yeah.
Breaking news: Pete and Matt are fucking disgusting. Yeah.
Okay, how to win people over in 60 seconds.
Let's hear it.
All right. Some experts in their fields offer hot tips for winning people over. Number 1 is wave him over. Now, world-renowned dating expert Matthew Hussey has a surefire technique that women can use to get a guy to approach them fast. The secret is just wave him over. When you're out with your girlfriends and you see a cute guy, just smile and give him a little come here wave. When he comes over, tell him you just wanted to say hi.
Now, don't you dare whistle somebody over like, shh, come here. Don't do that. As a former retail worker.
Oh, yes. That's not in that case.
See, I wish, that's the only thing. I wish I could have gotten fired for like standing up to someone that did that. Like, shh, go walk over and just punch them in the mouth. Maybe not that, but
then fellow retail.
Because then they'd probably press charges.
Yeah, but your fellow retail people would love you for it.
Right?
Yeah.
You ever wonder like what it would be like to just punch somebody? I don't think I've ever punched somebody. And I'm a pretty peaceful guy.
Yeah.
Maybe even a pacifist. I don't know. I haven't
really
decided.
thought about it that far. Yeah.
But you ever just wonder what it's like to punch somebody? Feel like it would hurt.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, it would hurt you, wouldn't it? All these guys who you see these fights
in the movies,
and they're fine afterwards.
Nah.
How to win people over? Number 2, get emotional. Tony Robbins, that famed Awaken the Giant Within author, is known for his powerful public speaking skills and for leading seminars. He says the key to getting an audience to engage with you is to tap into their emotions. How does that make you feel? You need to be in the moment and flexible to make it real and raw.
Just walk up to people sobbing.
I can't believe that. Number 3, the tip is to act interested. Even better, try to actually be interested in what they have to say. This comes from Dale Carnegie, the author of the 1936 classic, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Great book.
He says the number 1 way to get people interested in you is to be interested in them, genuinely interested. So ask a question, and instead of waiting for your turn to talk, really listen to the other person. People love talking about themselves. Giving them a chance to do so is a surefire way to win someone over.
See, I actually got it from that book. I think I've mentioned it. Asking questions is like the key. But one thing I find is sometimes I ask a bunch of questions and then they'll be like, so what's new in your life? And I'll be like, I didn't prepare that part. Well, let's see.
Maybe you should prepare that
I do
part.
A podcast with my dad. They're like, oh, okay, you know what? I got to go. Yeah.
I got no underwear that I didn't want.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, that's a great book. I haven't finished it, but it's a great book.
Yeah. Number 4 is to strike a power pose.
This show loves a good power pose.
Harvard Business School psychologist Amy Cuddy says that a person can, by assuming 2 simple 1-minute poses, embody power and instantly become more powerful. What are the 2 poses? Well, one is to raise your hands in the air, or pose like Superwoman. Legs apart, hands on hip, for 60 seconds. You can do this when you're alone in the bathroom before you meet with someone. It actually causes hormonal changes in our brains, elevating our testosterone and decreasing our cortisol levels.
But that's the key. Do it before you actually talk to the person. Don't walk up to the person like, my name's Matt. I would like to ask you a bunch of questions. Also, I'm about to start crying. What not to do?
Because I'm trying to be emotional. All right. Number 5 is to speak their language. Nicholas Boothman, who is the author of How to Make People Like You in 90 Seconds or Less. I haven't read that one. He says we have less than 2 minutes to get someone to like us upon first meeting us. Less than 2 minutes. To connect, he recommends matching the tone of your voice and speech patterns to the person you're talking to. So if you want your mother-in-law to like you, Try talking to her the same way she talks to you. Although, okay, I mean, depending on how she talks to you, you know.
See, I don't know. I have sort of a different opinion. I feel like if someone walked up to me and started copying me, I would feel like that's rude. If I notice that you're copying me, like, to me that's disrespectful. It's almost like you're making fun of the way I'm talking or something.
I think if
you do it subtly, like if you match like body language,
match their volume though.
Maybe that's what they mean. But don't do it too much, because if you do it too much, I think that's rude.
Yeah. Next is to be a mirror. Be a mirror. In a 1999 New York University research project, 78 men and women worked on tasks with partners who were secretly in cahoots with the researchers. I always love that word, cahoots. The undercover participants mimicked their partners to varying degrees, mirroring their body language, their gestures, and their facial expressions. Here you go. This is what you're talking about.
See, the same thing, yeah.
At the end of the task, the partners were asked how much they liked the person that they were working with. Without fail, the more their partners had copied them, the more they liked them.
But like if I'm talking with my hands because maybe I'm nervous or something, and somebody starts talking with their hands, I'm like, oh shit, they're making fun of me.
When the person you're talking to leans in, they say you should lean in.
See, stuff like that that's subtle. Maybe subtle things. But
when they shrug or nod, you should do it too.
If they go for like a drink, don't copy that. If they like fix their hat and you're not wearing a hat, don't try and fix your hat.
Science says it works. And you know how we talked about science the other day.
Never trusted.
Nope.
Oh, wait a minute.
And finally, smile. Do you ever notice what a great smile Oprah Winfrey has? Turns out smiling could be one of the keys to her success. It's another one of Dale Carnegie's tricks to winning people over. People want to be liked, and they are flattered when people are happy to see them. Actions speak louder than words, and a smile says, I like you. You make me happy. I'm glad to see you. So try smiling.
I'm just picturing a conversation where someone's like, yeah, my mother died, and you're just sitting there. I'm happy for you.
I would say adjust. What's the phrase? Read the room.
I'm pointing out all the weird situations in which this doesn't apply. But that's okay.
Any chats before we get to our random
Let's
question?
see. We got a lot of people chatting today. I love it. If I missed anything, I apologize. Gail said, Matt, are you thinking you need to go to the edge of space for your music? I would love to go to the edge of space. I don't, not necessarily for music.
It would inspire you, I'm sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. But I think we should send someone better than me to space, because think about the music they would come up with.
Yeah.
Let's see. Diane said, can it be a dead celebrity? Yes, it can, for the random question.
Yeah, that's next, by the way. Who, if you could be friends with this celebrity, who would it be?
Because to be honest, we're probably not going to be friends with them. So pick it, whoever you want.
Yeah.
Let's see. Abby said, and I don't really understand this, I apologize, but she said, Uncle, what is the show Lamb Chop song? This is the song that
never ends. This is a song that...
No, I know that, but...
Yeah. But why is she asking that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's the show Lamb Chop song? Are we supposed to have a show Lamb Chop song?
Why are you asking, Abby, right?
I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't know why.
We need help here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Abby said, but did he poop? He did not. He was focused on the mouse. I'm convinced he didn't have to.
Probably.
I think he's been scouting out that mouse for a while.
And after that was last call. After that, he slept all night and didn't have to go out till 7 this morning.
Yep.
So.
Gail said, Alan, that's it, to go with Karen. Remember, we were talking about this a month or so ago. It can't be Matthew. I know too many good Matthews. Mm-hmm. Am I one of them? But yeah, no.
You're being a real Alan.
I'm trying to think. Do I know any Allens? I don't think I know any Allens.
I don't think I do. No.
Maybe we should go with it.
All right. Let's go with Alan.
Let's see. Dana said, get out of my restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine if someone sent... Dana was a chef. He was telling me this when we had that night at his campfire. And he worked in the industry and did all that stuff. He loved it. And can you imagine if someone walked in with instructions telling you how they want their meal prepared?
Right.
Crazy.
Abby said, these tips could be very confusing. I don't know if I should power pose, copy them, or cry. All of them at the same time. All of them at the same time.
Be emotional as you power pose and smile.
How weird would that be if someone's power posing and crying? That would be a situation where I don't even think I would know what to say.
Would you approach that person?
What if they're already there though?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do in that scenario?
Can I help you with something, or
like, do you just be the
shoulder to cry on?
No, do you be the jerk and just like walk away? I don't know. That's tough.
That's one possibility.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go.
All right. Yeah, the question this morning, the random question is, if you could be best friends with a celebrity, who would it be? And the person that came to mind, first of all, for me, is Tim McGraw.
Ah.
I think he's cool.
You guys going to work out together?
Yeah.
Tim McGraw is jacked.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's into this crazy workout routine that they do on the road. They bring tires and chains and all this stuff on the road and work out before concerts. But
well, when you make that much money, they bring tractor trailers just filled with whatever they want.
But I was just thinking, he seems like a cool guy, you know?
Yeah.
Be fun to talk. Who would it be for you?
See, I don't know. I got a couple.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds was my first one. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively package deal. They just seem like the greatest people.
Yeah.
Plus, Ryan Reynolds is hilarious. Steve Carell, for sure.
Yes.
Like, that guy is just, I'm sorry. I want him to be my dad.
Hey.
Sorry.
Okay.
I want it to be the Steve Carell show. We'd get more viewers.
We'd get more viewers.
I mean, to be honest.
For damn sure.
We'll let you stay and be like the guy in the corner that like makes a comment every now and
then.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can monitor the chat.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you made a spot for me.
No, Steve Carell would be cool. I'm trying to think of who else, though. There's probably a bunch of musicians, but...
I think Matthew McConaughey would be cool to hang out with.
Yeah. Abby said Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, did she?
She also said Kristen Bell or Melissa McCarthy.
Both good choices. Yeah.
Kat said Melissa McCarthy or Will Ferrell. Yeah.
Oh, Will Ferrell, yes.
That would be a good one. See, I've always wondered, like, if Will Ferrell is the same in real life. Like, is he always on?
That would be annoying, though, wouldn't it?
I don't know. It might be a nice change of pace, but imagine trying to have a serious conversation with him. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Like, is he? He's probably married, right? Is he married?
He must be.
Like, I wonder what that marriage is like. Is he ever serious?
He can't be on all the time. That would be annoying.
Can't be.
Yeah.
Abby said, or Paul Rudd. He doesn't seem to know he's famous yet, but maybe I can be friends with him. He is just the most like laid back dude, even though he's. I mean, his resume is ridiculous now.
Is it really?
Ant-Man, the Hangover movies.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, was he in the Hangover movies? I don't think he was.
I don't think he was.
About it. No, I'm thinking of a different actor that I was confused with Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Anyways, Paul Rudd, great guy. Love him. Let's see. Gail said Robin Williams.
Oh, yes.
First person that came to mind this morning.
Yep.
That would be a great one. There's
a guy who I don't think was on all the time because he did do some serious roles too. Yeah. So there was a serious side to Robin
Hunting.
Williams. Yep.
That was a good one.
Who was it that was it Diane that asked if it could be a...
Yes, and she said she'd love to be friends with Freddie Mercury.
Good choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good choice.
And Kat said Paul Rudd. By the way, everyone putting it in all caps, you're a legend. You're a legend for that. They just know. They just know. If I missed any that wasn't in all caps, type it again so I can see it.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of who else.
I only had one. Who else would I like to be friends with? Alex Verdugo for the Sox. He seems like a funny guy.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Brock Holt. Brock Holt was that was my number one answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brock Holt, of course, was the utility player who was phenomenal. He wasn't just a utility player. He was the best utility player.
Yeah, he was good at every position.
I mean, still is. He just doesn't play for the Red Sox, so it makes me upset.
Can I make a correction? I have had a hair that is like stuck in my eyelash.
Okay.
And I've been trying to deal with this all show. So can I just...
Sure. See, this is where I wish I had a camera that was just on me so I could look you people in the eye.
There it is.
And say, this is me taking over.
It's not a hair. It's like lint or something.
Great.
So
maybe it's a mouse.
Why is it flying back towards me?
Anyway. Gary said David Ortiz.
Yes.
Gary also said Eli Manning. Do you really mean that? Do you really mean that? You want to be friends with him?
Eli?
I mean, if he's your quarterback, whatever. But you want to be friends. You want to go out for a beer and sing karaoke with Eli Manning? No. Peyton Manning.
I was going to say.
That kind of seems like a good time.
If you're going to choose a Manning, don't you think Peyton has more?
Perfect example. Tom Brady was my quarterback.
Yes.
Still is my quarterback, unless he's facing the Patriots. I wouldn't want to be best friends with Tom Brady. He kind of seems like a weirdo. That's just the truth. He kisses his son on the lips. He eats avocado ice cream.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to be friends with Tom Brady. I'm just going to be honest.
Right.
I would love to grab dinner with Tom Brady, pick his brain about his career. That would be fun. But I don't want to be best friends.
And I've seen interviewers try to talk to him and, like about life, not football.
Yeah.
And he seems to be awkward.
I think if Tom Brady wasn't a quarterback, he would have no friends. I think that's the truth. No, I think he would be like an accountant, to be honest. That's just the truth.
Maybe.
But yeah, no. So Eli Manning, really? You mean that answer? Anyways, any other answers that you can think of?
No, I think that's about it.
Trish. So, that's who I be best friends with.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out.
My name's not Trish.
We love Trish. Mm-hmm. All right. Let us. You can comment and keep going on this about celebrities you'd like to be friends with. But moving on, I mentioned we were going to talk about this new diet fad. It's in the health and fitness file this morning. It's called intermittent fasting. It can produce significant weight loss as well as improve metabolic health in people with obesity, according to a new study review by the University of Illinois. According to the analysis, all forms of fasting reviewed produced mild to moderate weight loss, 1 to 8% from your baseline weight, which represents results that are similar to that of the more calorie-restrictive diets. Now, I looked into this yesterday because I'm actually curious for myself. Intermittent fasting regimens may also benefit health by decreasing blood pressure and insulin resistance, and in some cases, cholesterol and triglyceride levels are also lowered. The review looked at over 25 research studies involving 3 types of intermittent fasting. There is alternate day fasting, which typically involves a feast day, or when I say feast day, I don't want you to think that you're, eating everything in sight, but it features a regular day alternated with a fast day where 500 calories are consumed in one meal, and that's it. There's something called the 5-2 diet. It's a modified version of the alternate day fasting that involves 5 feast days and 2 fast days per week. There is also time-restricted eating. This is the one that I was looking at, where you're supposed to skip breakfast on this diet, but you're fasting at breakfast. You're supposed to eat all of your food between 1 and 9 p.m. Nothing before 1 o'clock, nothing after 9 o'clock.
Pretty sure that's what you do anyways.
What I do?
You don't eat breakfast.
No, I'm not a big breakfast guy.
I'm pretty sure your current meal plan is similar to that.
So I'm fasting, and I don't even know it.
Kind of.
In another study, doctors say that those fasting diets could help to prevent heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Doctors now say intermittent fasting can improve sleep and a person's quality of life, as well as reduce the risk of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Curious. I mean, I haven't seen anything, any warnings about this.
Yeah, the 8-hour thing is, I think, the most common I've heard of. So, like, you don't eat it for 8 hours, and then you eat a lot after that. So I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. When I don't eat, a couple things happen. I either get a migraine, or I
have noticed that with you.
Kind of feel like dehydrated, like dizzy, stuff like that. Like I don't really want to do anything.
You do drink water during this fasting time.
Yeah.
So you are drinking water.
But still. And then 3, I would get very grouchy. So
you get a little hangry.
I don't know if we would want that. Just
don't want it.
Stay away from Matt.
Don't want no hangry Matt to
He hasn't been eating.
Yeah. So those are the 3 different ways.
If you do the 1 to 9 thing, though, I don't think that's a huge difference from what you currently do.
Right. So, I think I might try it.
So I don't think it would be hard for you because it's very similar to what you do. But 2, I don't know if you'll see a lot of a big change because I think it's pretty close to what you're
already doing. That. Yeah. I'll look into that.
Yeah.
Experts say Adele's regimen of exercising 2 to 3 times a day is way too much. Have you seen her? She has really slimmed down. The singer revealed to Vogue magazine that she's become addicted to exercising 2 to 3 times a day. Health experts say maintaining a moderate exercise routine is an essential component of leading a healthy lifestyle. But working out 2 to 3 times a day is way too much. They add that excessive exercise also results in a plethora of overuse injuries. I'm so happy I got to use the word plethora today, too. But can you imagine working
Cahoots
out
and plethora
in the same show?
It's a great day.
Eating mushrooms can lower the risk of depression. Researchers looked at the diets and mental health of 24,000 adults. They found those who ate mushrooms had lower odds of having depression. Program note, I'm talking about the ones you buy in the store, not what you find on the ground. Researchers say the results are likely due to the fact that mushrooms contain an antioxidant that may protect against cell and tissue damage in the body.
So when I originally read the story in the script, I thought it was talking about like the drug mushrooms.
Oh yeah,
like shrooms. Like taking shrooms can cure depression. And I'm like, are we all just gonna be on shrooms? I don't know how well that would go. But see, here's my opinion. People that eat mushrooms clearly don't care about anything because mushrooms are nasty. I'm just saying the fact.
Wow.
So people that eat mushrooms just don't care. So, you know, what do non-depressed people say? That they just don't care. So there you go. They just don't care and they're not depressed.
I have this great recipe. It's a pork chop recipe that uses mushrooms and it's got a lot of seasonings, a lot of salt. Can never have it when he's around.
False. We've had it. I just scrape off all the mushrooms.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know I had made it for
mushrooms
you.
are gross. Just look at them.
I like them.
Just look at them.
I like them. So, many people do.
False.
People in the news this morning. A man from Olympia, Washington has won $19,700 after presenting his 2,191-pound pumpkin at the Half Moon Bay Pumpkin Festival. Shall we have a look?
Yes. There she is.
Officials from the San Mateo County Agricultural Office oversaw the process with industrial scales and forklifts. That's how they bring those mamma-jammas in. Jeff Olmeyer said his winning pumpkin was rock solid. The pumpkin was planted in April, and it just grew and grew and grew. The runner-up had a pumpkin weighing 2,007 pounds, and next was 1,800 pounds. My question has always been, what did they do with this after the festival?
It's a great point.
I mean...
It's a great point.
What do you do with that?
My favorite part is look at how proud he is. Like this is his life, and he just won. Yep. You know, like he's just living the dream.
That's it.
What do they do with it? I did read an interesting story that said after Halloween, make sure what you should do with your pumpkins is don't throw them away. You should like throw them in the woods, but make sure they're like broken up so that. Okay. But it's for wildlife, so they can eat it. You can eat the pumpkins.
Okay.
Apparently, pumpkin guts are good for like deer and stuff.
Oh, cool.
But don't leave the whole jack-o'-lantern because then like deer can get their head stuck in it.
And we had
the tire.
We had the picture yesterday of an elk who had a tire stuck around his neck.
So yeah, break it up, but feed it to the deer.
Yeah. That elk had that tire for 2 years. 2 men in Mississippi took a vehicle that had a free car sign on it and later found a dead body in the trunk. They found the car with a free car sign on it, and the key was inside. So they took the car. They looked inside after arriving at a family member's home. That's when they found the dead body of a 34-year-old man in the trunk. It appears the body was in the trunk for several days, and an autopsy will be done to determine the cause of death.
2 things. One, I feel really bad for them because, I mean, that's going to be a lot to deal with for a long time.
True.
But 2, you got to be a little suspicious when a car is free because it sounds like they drove that car. Like that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
If a car physically can move,
why was it free?
It should not be free.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you would think a free car is just one that doesn't run. You take it for parts.
Yeah. But did it not smell? I feel like it would smell.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that smell goes away after a few days, though. Maybe
I don't think after a few days.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm no expert when it comes to dead bodies, but
here's a category we haven't gotten to in a long time. Don't tell me. Florida?
Hey.
A Florida man allegedly locked his neighbor and his neighbor's 5-year-old daughter in a tennis facility at the apartment complex. Deputies said the man was upset because the father was watching over his daughter while she was riding a scooter on the tennis courts. I can see where that might upset tennis players, to see some. The angry man, who is James Olson, told the father-daughter duo that scooter riding was not allowed in that tennis complex before locking them in. The victim reportedly refused to leave, saying he wasn't breaking any rules, before Olson responded by using a padlock to lock the two inside. So evidently he did say, get out of here. That's not allowed. The father refused to leave, so Olson locked him in. Olson is now facing charges of false imprisonment. A little severe, don't you think?
That's tough because, I mean, every tennis court I've been to, I'm pretty sure has a sign that says, like, no skateboarding, no scootering, stuff like that. So, I mean,
maybe
I feel for the guy, but you probably should have handled it in a better way.
Could have worked out better.
Yeah.
A Florida man was arrested for scaring children at a library in Naples. What do you think? He was drunk. Yes. Officers arrested 38-year-old Joshua Moss. The manager of the library told the officers Moss was causing a major disturbance and was staring at the children that were there in daycare. When officers arrived at the scene, he was howling at the computer. Well, we don't know what website he was on.
Yes.
Making loud noises, and they noticed a strong smell of alcohol on his breath. He was arrested for disorderly intoxication. And finally, from Florida, a motorist who was arrested following a high-speed police chase told police that he was trying to show off for his female passenger while they were on their first date. Investigators say Taylor Beverly ran through a red light while driving a white 2017 Suzuki with a female passenger. Police then activated the cruiser's lights and siren and sought to make a traffic stop, but when Beverly drove well over 100 miles an hour and began to weave in and out of traffic, they decided to call off the pursuit before anyone got hurt. The man was taken into custody after stopping his motorcycle at an intersection. He reportedly confessed and said he was trying to show off for his first date. His passenger, however, was not impressed. The woman told cops she was screaming at him to stop, but he refused.
Did you think that telling the police officer that you were trying to impress your date would get you off somehow? Like, how do you think that comment would have helped you?
Yeah.
Is my thing. I don't think there's... Oh, Charlie's doing his crying thing.
Yeah.
Trish left. Poor guy. I don't think there's any situation in which that works.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
And he must have thought the guy would say, oh, okay, well, then you can leave.
Yeah.
I think not. Anyone in the chats, any comments before we... Because I keep forgetting to check that sometimes.
Gary said that was his favorite segment, so glad to have it back.
Oh, okay. Don't tell me. Florida?
Yeah. Let me see. There was one I wanted to get to. Abby said about Adele. She said, dang, this woman is damned if she does and damned if she doesn't. Right? I mean, if working out 2 to 3 times a day is what she wants to do, let her do it. If she doesn't want to do it, she doesn't have to do it. The only thing would be if she's going to get injured. But I mean, she probably has like maybe a trainer or an athletic trainer or something.
So far, she's all right.
If they're telling her it's fine, I'm sure it's fine.
That's a good point.
So
yeah,
she does her, you do you, I'll do me, Charlie does Charlie. And that's life. The mouse that Charlie... See, the good thing is I don't think Charlie killed the mouse. I think the mouse was already dead.
I would hope so. Yeah.
We would have to have a conversation with Charlie.
Yeah.
If not.
Taking it life at that young age.
I don't think he did, though. I think it was very dead.
Entertainment news this morning. The Walking Dead is expanding.
How?
To a 4th spinoff. I don't remember the 3rd. I remember The Walking Dead and...
I forgot what the other one was called. Does anyone still watch The Walking Dead? Like, does anybody here still watch it?
We don't. They lost me with the whole Negan thing.
Yeah, slight spoilers, I guess, if you ever plan on watching it.
Yeah.
Once he came the first time to their little town that they had, and they had their big battle, and then he survived, like he got away, that's when I was out. I was like, no, we've had this dude for too long.
The cable network has picked up Tales of the Walking Dead with a series. The series is set to debut next summer. Each hour-long episode of Tales will be focused on new and established characters that are based in the larger world of The Walking Dead. Talk about milking something, though.
Well, I think the main show is ending. I'm pretty sure next season or this season or something. I'm pretty sure the main show is ending, so they're just looking for ways to keep it alive, I guess. That was one that they kind of botched.
You can now buy the home of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but it is going to cost you nearly $2 million. This lovely Victorian-style home is in Freehold, New Jersey, not where they said it was in the show. Also home to Bruce Springsteen in that town.
And this is that picture, right, of the house? There it is.
That was the fictional home for Sabrina and her two aunts in the sitcom in the late 90s. And it's listed for $1.9 million.
Is that the house from Happy Gilmore, too? It looks like it. I don't think really? I don't think it is. Yeah. But I think we do need to end the show and rescue this.
Can you hear him? Can you hear Charlie howling?
Well, he stopped now. But yeah. Did you have anything else?
I only had one more story, and that was that Smokey Robinson has revealed he spent 11 days in a hospital in Los Angeles after contacting COVID last December. It got so bad he thought he would never sing again. He wasn't able to speak. He could barely talk. But looking back, he says he knew he could have died because that was severe. It scared me. But Smokey's all right. He's making a comeback.
It's good to hear.
All right. So that'll do it for today. We have to go rescue the Charles. But we do hope we started today on a good note, because that is what we always strive for. If you enjoy what we do here, please hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We're live on YouTube every weekday at 8 o'clock, and you can catch us, of course, on YouTube any time of the day, or also we're available on all of your podcast apps. And also, if you have a comment or you'd like to wish someone a happy anniversary or happy birthday, we do have a number now for your voicemail, 774-473-9910. Love to hear from you. If you want to contact us this afternoon, that's how you do it. We will leave you with a thought for the day, as we always do, and our thought is, if you want to fly, you have to give up the stuff that weighs you down. All right? No matter what, we hope you go out and make it a great day.
Peace.